10 investigates now. Franklin County Children's Services promises a critical review in the wake of a deadly attack, one police say was waged by a teenager who lived in a group home. Our own 10 TV investigation underscores why the review might be necessary and that problems extend beyond the murder of a Blendon Township jogger.
And they're yelling at me as I'm walking to my house.
Okay, is it a group home for young boys?
Yeah.
It was a late night in July on a Whitehall street. Police say teen residents of this group home got into it with a woman who lives down the block. They told officers she called them the N-word. Things got heated. She dialed 911.
Just go back to your home and ignore them.
Neighbors watched and worried.
And there were like 4 police cruisers who later on called for a paddy wagon because they were going to arrest them all. And this kind of scared me.
According to the police report, the group home residents used foul language, got confrontational. The report also says a home employee who tried to get the teenagers under control left the scene. Officers ended up charging the kids with riot. And that was one incident of many.
Harassment, throwing trash and food items in their yard, yelling at their dog.
Records show Whitehall responded to calls at that home 704 times in the last year. Most were missing person cases.
The group home has to notify law enforcement and they have to notify Children's Services when a child is missing.
The operator of the Whitehall group home says it is more vigilant than most in reporting when a child in its care leaves. That said,
It ties officers up, it ties dispatchers up, where we could be utilized in other parts of the city.
Patrolman Mark Showalter contends that's not fair to the other residents of Whitehall, and he says there's the question of what goes on when the kids go AWOL.
Do you worry that what happened in Blendon Township could happen here in Whitehall?
Yes.
In Blendon Township, police charged group home resident Jordan Stewart with Jane Juergens' murder. Franklin County Children's Services is investigating that case. Now it says it's looking into how it places kids and where.
So these are children who deserve to be in a family setting. They deserve to have a home. So they're not wayward children. These are our community's children who may have come from very troubled family situations.
That may be, but even she says there are more restrictive environments. We did a little digging on the teens who Whitehall police arrested and charged with riot back in July. Their combined records include burglary, arson, assault, and gross sexual imposition. The group home operator says they are trying to equip these teens to live in the real world. Neighbors and police tell us this particular operator has been responsive, and we have more from them in our web report. But concerns remain. Tomorrow, what state changes could be coming?